Does President Clinton have a bent penis? Well, according to a doctor who examined him last week, the president's genitals are, quote, completely 100% normal. It should be noted, however, that the doctor who examined him also has a bent penis. So, that may color his findings a little. As his last stop on the trip, the president met in Buenos Aires Thursday with Argentinian President Carlos Menem. During the meeting, Clinton asked Menem to continue with economic reform and protect democratic freedoms. Menem, in turn, asked Clinton to show him his bent penis. Tomorrow, Chinese President Jiang Zemin begins a week-long visit that could define U.S. relations with China for years to come. President Clinton plans to ask Jiang for several things, including human rights reform, trade expansion, and a Chinese herb said to have the power to straighten a bent penis. This week, an angry President Clinton demanded that Congress stop dragging its feet on something he has long championed, a medical Bill of Rights for U.S. citizens. In all, there are 10 items in the President's Bill of Rights, running from number 1, a rich, satisfying sex life is the foundation of good health, to number 10, a straight penis is not a privilege, it is a right.
I have to know one thing before you go tonight. I know there are other questions, but you say that you there were distinguishing characteristics on the president's private parts. For America, please tell us what that is. Well, we've got to know.
Well, it was like that.
Oh, God.
It was.
Return. Okay, that was it. Thank you. Well,
remember the day before the lockdown, Norm had some set that went viral. It was a cookie jar dunk. I remember, like, me and my buddies in Ohio were all like, yo, did you see this NORM MACDONALD set? It was on YouTube, probably still on there. He destroyed. And he even...
Oh, right. At the Improv, right, when he talked about the pandemic.
It was a
incredible
cookie jar dunk. And you could tell it was off the rip. And it was all that, you know, all the anxiety that the day before the whole world goes into lockdown.
Yeah.
And he was just on some fuck it. And it felt so good. Again, it made me feel like everything's going to be fine.
I wasn't going to talk about the coronavirus. But on the way here, I got really ill. But I think it was because I ate a cherry pie. Like, I got a cherry pie from Bristol Farms, and I ate it, and then the car was going weird, and I was like, oh. And then he turned on the radio, Jeremy, and then all the fucking news was like, the guy was like, well, there's been so far 11 cases, 50, 200. I don't feel good, you know, you're like, oh. This is not good. So my plan is just to not die. You know, survive long enough where they find a cure. You know, some people will have to die. But finally they'll find a cure for me. And then I'll thank all of it. It's funny how Big Pharma is so evil till now. It's like, what's it, $200 a pill? Yeah, that's good, that's fine, I'll take it. Give me all you got. It's funny that we all now know how we're gonna die. It's just a matter of what order at this point. Oh, I can't touch my fucking face. Remember the good old days when washing your hands didn't take 3 hours? Like A, B, C, D. Just take me now. So the mind never wanders too far from, like I'll be talking about all kinds of horse shit up here tonight, but every moment I'll be thinking of this disease. Just to let you know. But it comes at a good time, this, where we're all quarantined, because we know how to live like that, right? We got our fucking magic phones and computers and everything. We don't need no fucking people. It was the last step between us and happiness anyway, we're people. Got the TV and shit. Fucking more interesting people than anybody I know. Listen to fucking First Take and spend my last moments on Earth with Max Kellerman. But I'm old anyway, so if I die, it won't be as much of a tragedy. I'm 68 years young, I like to say. Yeah. You get old and you start worrying anyway, Forget the coronavirus, like that's possible. But it was a good idea you made. It was a good choice tonight to come out and sit beside total strangers. At least I might be here. I can run, At least I can flee when I see it.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking out the new vibe, running streets at midnight, cities never sleeping. I am in Berlin, Berlin.
I've noticed lately, everybody has an opinion. And when I was young, it wasn't that way, People would have maybe, 6 opinions, Sometimes you meet a guy, he'd have 8 opinions. You'd go, God damn, that guy's opinionated. Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking that. Well, bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry. This week, the Food and Drug Administration banned their newest flavor, Ben's back hair.
ZZ Top saying that every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, but you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
It's funny and true.
That one was written for yours. That was more your cadence right there.
No.
But you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. This is a study that took place at the University of... I'll do it another week. It's such a funny joke.
Another week?
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seger. My dad used to call it take a shave. Take a shave! He'd get mad at me.
See, people don't know you the way I know you.
Right.
This guy likes to have a good time.
I like to, I drinks a bit.
That wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh, what were you talking about?
I was just saying you have a good time. It's a real innocent thing to say, and then you get right into the drinking.
Occasionally I like to drink a beer, I don't like, regular drinks. I don't like... As
opposed to ether?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What I was talking about is, those shooters You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're shooters and they're like, they have dirty names, like sex names. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're all called like, you know, the red-headed whore or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the one I like. It's actually named after me.
But you know, I guess the idea is in your head you want to order them because you're drunk. You go, hey, they go, hey, you think maybe you'll get a, you know, they go, you want a red-headed whore? Yeah, like right? You figure Rula Lenska's going to come in, you're going to have, right? You're going to have some dirty sex. But no, what I was going to say was this.
But you like, I mean, you said you sometimes you have a little too much to drink, maybe?
Well, one time I drank a super amount, and I don't even...
A super amount, right?
It was when I was a young guy. I'd only drunk like 8 or 9 times in my whole life. I never had gotten really drunk, but I had drinks. And I went out with my buddies and I was drinking, and they were having those crazy drinks. All of a sudden, I was really drunk. And then a guy gave me some pills. Like, he said, hey, you want some pills? And I said, yeah, all right. So I ate the pills. And you're not supposed to eat pills while you drink.
I think even if you're not drinking, it's not a good idea when someone goes, you want a bunch of pills? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, combining the two.
This guy was a decent guy. He was a bouncer. No. But, so I said, yeah, so these pills, they just make you like 100 times drunker. So then oh, man, I'm really drunk. And then, like, time passed, but I don't remember. And then my friends are like, hey, let's go. I'm like, why don't you guys go? Where are you going to, you know, why go? Right? Like, we're in a bar drinking, right? And, like, it doesn't seem right. You don't want to go home, you know, and watch I Love Lucy or something. So you're like, hey, I just stay here. I'll make new friends, right? So I was, like, real drunk, and everybody was, like, cool. It was like a Western. It had a jukebox, you know, one of those. Guy gives you a whole bottle there, you know, and you go, ah. And then...
That's what you do when you're drinking, You're a pirate? All of a sudden?
And then it was the funnest, man. There was a big fat bearded guy there, and I was hanging with him, real drunk. All of a sudden, right, I'm like, oh, man, I can't remember anything. I remember, like, I sort of falling into a pool table or something like that.
Right.
And then I wake up, right, and it's like I'm in a bed. I look beside, there's the fat bearded guy beside me.
No, really?
Yeah. So I go, oh, Lord God, I had sex with the fat bearded guy, you know? And at the time, like, I never had sex before in my life.
Yeah.
You know, and I always thought, it's probably going to be with a lady. You know what I mean? So then I looked over, and the weird thing was, instead of us being in the same bed, he's in a separate bed, right? Like, we have 2 separate beds.
It's like twin beds.
Twin beds. So then I'm like, wait a minute, now this is weird, because... You know, why would we be in separate beds? Is he like an old-fashioned gay guy, you know? And then, right?
But he has the good values, yeah.
So
we're not married yet.
There's no such thing, of course, as an old-fashioned gay guy. They're the most decadent people. So I said, what? With sex, you know, they enjoy sex like crazy, you know?
We mustn't generalize.
No, we mustn't generalize.
No, but go ahead.
Seriously, they, you know, if there was a bathhouse for straight guys, we wouldn't be able to have sex 9, 10 times a night anyway. So anyways, I'm with, they love sex, it's a good thing. But I'm beside the fat bearded guy. I go, holy Lord. Anyways, it turns out, not a gay man at all. Turns out this guy, when I blacked out, had checked me into a rehab.
No.
Yeah.
And she's in there with you?
Yeah, so I got robes and a slipper, and they wouldn't give me my clothes back, and I had to stay in there for 3 days, and they're like, you're an alcoholic. I go, no, I'm not. And then apparently that's what alcoholics say too, you know. So then, for 3 days I had to stay there. I had to go to AA meetings, and I'd only been drunk like 9 times, right? So they're like, what's your worst one? I go, I guess the 9th one was bad, you know?
Right.
That was, and when did you hit bottom? I said, I don't know. The cool part of it was, the girls all get up, right? And all their stories are all the same. Whenever they hit bottom,
right.
Every story is the same. They're like, oh, when I hit bottom, you know, I a guy for a drink, you know? And you're like, oh. You know, every guy. Yeah.
them out of the studio for the Norm part and then bring them back? Get a salad guard up, something?
So anyways.
All right, well, that's a nice story.
No, but it's a serious illness, you know. Alcoholism. It's an illness. It's an illness. You know?
Yeah.
It's a good illness because you get you know. There's not a lot of illnesses you get to be drunk all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's a corker.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. Like the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, it's not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain mattress. You know, that kind of thing." Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition to feed the homeless, you know. And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know. They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with Look.
I know.
Oh, yes.
And have you ever considered publishing a book that tells all that how-to book?
No, but I have considered some way to pass along what I have accumulated. Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? No, but I'm saying there's...
that question answers itself.
I'm saying there's fun, and maybe not fun, but you obviously want to give back. You never walked past a homeless person and they're begging you as a fellow human being for something, and you ignore them, and you maybe feel some evil bile come up?
No, sometimes I think if I give this person money, I'm kind of agreeing that you can't get out of this situation.
Well, but what if they can't?
I don't know if they can or they can't.
What are the things you'd like to change?
Change in the world?
Yourself.
Oh, in myself? I'd like to give more money to homeless people. I walk past too many of them.
I give money to them.
I try as much as I can, but every time I walk past them, I go, why didn't I give money to that guy?
Well, what else is going on? You went back? Did you get in the holiday spirit? Are you a kind of guy that gets, you know,
I try to do something nice, you know? You ever try to do something nice?
No.
Oh.
It's not my style, Norm.
But it was Christmas in New York, you know, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there, you know?
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. I like how you say homeless bum.
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. The homeless guy, yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, so, okay. There was a...
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah. He had a little stick with a thing on it.
He was from the 1930s, yeah, okay.
And so he says to me, he says, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money, I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
They'll do the crack.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom says never give a homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack. So I said, okay, I don't want to give this guy money. He'll go to the crack. I said, why don't I just bring you in the diner, you know, and I'll get you a meal. I'll buy you a meal. It's Christmas, you know, it'll be nice. So the guy goes, okay. So we go in the diner and we order, you know, the meal. And this guy just keeps ordering food, you know, like he's really hungry.
Yeah.
And so he orders and orders and orders, and I'm like, well, you know, you got to be nice, got to the, you know, thing.
Sure.
And so I order like a soup or something, and then all of a sudden, like, this unbearable stench comes off the guy, huge stench.
Really?
It smelled like
That's okay.
Anyway, so I don't know what the smell was. But
Yeah,
it was like, it was like human waste or something, you know? And it seemed to be coming from the guy's, like, trousers.
Norm, so I said that's okay.
Okay.
I was like, the stench is enough. We all can do the rest in our heads.
Yeah, so this stench fills the diner, right? So I have to go to this diner, right? So everybody's looking at me like, what the hell did you bring a homeless bum in the diner for? With a stench, you know? So I'm like, I'm trying to eat my soup. I can't even eat it. And I'm wishing I'd bought this guy crack. I wish I'd got, you know what I mean? I wish I'd gone found some crack and bought it for the guy. So, anyways, and everybody hates me. The guy that, you know, I go there every day. And so then the end of the meal comes. This guy's ordered everything, and I'm looking at my wallet. I only have like 28 bucks. It was like 31 bucks. All I had was a soup. And so now basically we're two homeless bums, you know? Neither of us. So I go, look, buddy, and he's been jabbering about Rockefeller. He was at Rockefeller's funeral. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I go, look, buddy, you got to come up with something here, you know? Kick in something.
You want him to? Yeah, that's only fair.
He ate almost everything. I had a soup. He was having a hamburger. So the guy goes in his pocket, and then I didn't want him to. Who God knows what he has in his pocket, right? But he had some coins, and they were all gross, and they were like, some of them were black. Anyway, that's my Christmas story.
Man, wow! What a young You're a regular Garrison Keeler over here.
And some of the coins were black.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And you close the book and kiss your child good night. That's a nice story.
I took a homeless guy, said, I'm going to take you to this diner that I always go to. So I go there with him, you know, into this diner, sit down to get me a meal. Good God, if the guy, the unbearable stench of urine starts coming off this guy. So nobody wants that in a restaurant. You know?
You don't want that.
So I'm like, all right. Everybody's like trying to eat, you know. So the guy orders his food, and I'm trying to talk to him. He starts telling me about how, this is his idea of a conversation, this guy. Starts telling me about how Governor Rockefeller is poisoning the pigeons right in the city. So I tell this guy, I go, what are you, retarded? I said, Governor Rockefeller. I said, the governor of this state is Pataki, Governor Pataki. He says, no, you know. He talked weird. He was like, the pigeon. He says, the pigeons are the cleanest animal you ever seen. I go, I'm not arguing with you, buddy, but I'm telling you, the governor's name is Pataki. It's unbelievable. He's crazy. Turned out he wasn't retarded. He was, you know, woo.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had.
Now, Norm, you've had, Saturday Night Live has a really long, I used to work there. It's a long summer break, you guys.
Yeah, it's like school. You get a whole summer off.
It's pretty sweet. Have you been performing at all this summer?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing stand-up, you know, at clubs and stuff.
Sure.
And, oh, man, I didn't realize how much, I forgot how much I stunk at it. Like I'm not good, and everyone hates me. I did. I went to this gig right in town. You ever hear of the Bowery?
Yeah, heard that. Yeah.
You know that place, right?
Sure. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's Skid Row. And so there's all these homeless bums on the street and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you have to go through it. So I went to this club and I bombed. They hated my guts, so I was all mad. You know, I get mad when I don't do good. And then so I went out of the thing. You know, I walked out.
You walk like that, really? You've got that problem, I remember.
So I walk out of the club. So I get out. And this homeless guy, you know, this bum, he starts walking beside me, bugging me, you know, hey.
You're not supposed to call them bums anymore, no.
Yeah,
But anyway.
Hobo, you know?
A tramp.
A tramp.
A tramp,
Yeah.
okay, riding the rails.
Yeah,
All right.
just a layabout. And he's like coming up to me, and he's like bugging me. I want money. They always want money, you know?
Yeah.
They never have money, you know? So,
That's the problem with them hobos, yeah.
So they're like, hey, give me some money, give me some money. And, you know, sometimes they'll walk with you. So I said, look, man, I said, I'm going to give you some money if you just go away. I'm mad at him, you know? I was mad. I go, here, and I go, so I pull in my pocket, and I just give him a bunch of money, like change, you know?
Yeah.
Give it to him. I go on, get out of here, you dirty bum, you know? So he goes away. So then I go to get the subway, you know? And I look at my pocket. I've given the guy, I don't have my token, my subway token.
Oh, you gave it away accidentally.
And I don't have a wallet or anything, so I was thinking I was going to try to jump the thing, but I thought then, you know, I get in trouble for that. So I said, I got to find that bum, that homeless bum, you know? So I have to go back, and I'm walking back the street, and there's all homeless bums. They're all lying there on the street.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one is which. I can't remember. So I'm like lifting up guys' hats and stuff, you know, and looking under newspapers. So finally I find this character. I go, hey, you. I go, give me some of that money back, you know? And he's like, no, go away. He's turned mean, you know, because I was mean to him earlier. He goes, go on, get out.
This is like a biblical tale, yeah, okay. The New Testament, all right, go ahead.
I felt sorry for him. He had no place. And so I go, okay, forget about it. And I go to turn around. Then I grab his cup like real quick and I start running.
I like how your running is like walking, just turned up like 10 degrees. Okay.
So it was great. I got and then I felt bad though because when I looked through, I had like about $1 more than I gave him. You know? Oh, that's not right.
That's not right at all.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they say if you give, you'll receive more in return.
That's the sweetest story I've ever heard. I'm all choked up now. Now I heard also you've been you did a little cross.
Probably just down on his luck.
Yeah, that's what happens. Why'd you feel you had to throw that in?
I don't know. You know. I read books on the Great Depression, and they seem cool. But I would like to, it would be fun to go, I don't even like my wife anyway, and I don't got no money. I'll just get a stick and a pouch and head out.
No one does that anymore. No one ties a rag to a stick anymore. And what are you going to do?
You're going to find a partner is what you're going to do pretty quick if you value your life.
Really?
Yeah. You see, people, it's all going to be different once the Great Depression, because my dad used to tell me about the Great Depression. Like, if I had money to invest in right now, you know what I would invest in?
What's
Guys jumping off the top of buildings. You think that's not going to happen, but soon that's going to be very big. And then those guys won't be powerful anymore because most of them will be dead and the rest severely crippled. And so the powerful guys will be the old hobos.
The hobos from olden times?
From the original Depression.
Oh, okay. Those guys are still around?
Some of them never gave up the life.
Okay.
And they use that stick for more than carrying a pouch on, I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what that means.
What that means is they'll drive your head, they'll, like an overripe cantaloupe it looks like.
What?
Until...
What the hell is that?
They'll club you to death for a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for spelling it out for me.
All right.
So you're afraid of these hobos?
Well, of course I am.
You really think these old hobos from the Depression, you think there's any one of them left?
Yeah, there's Kitchener Leslie.
What?
He's an old hobo that's waiting in wait for his time. You'll know all about it. You just wait. Hey.
You will literally say anything.
So one quick Mitch Hedberg story. So I opened up for Mitch Hedberg like 22 years ago, and he comes up to me after the show and he goes, "Hey, Artie, man, you're a fat guy." I go, "That's what he said." I go, I could lose a couple, but what are you talking about? He goes, "I wrote a joke that I can't do because I'm not fat, but I'll give it to you. I go, all right. He goes, you know when you're a kid and they tell you to wait a half an hour after you eat before you go swimming? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you should say you've never been swimming because it's never been more than a half an hour since you last ate. And I go, that's a great joke. Can I can have that joke? He goes, yeah. So then he comes back and he was smoking a lot of weed. So he comes back totally serious. He goes, hey, man, you're right. That is a good joke. I'll make you a deal. If I gain like 100 pounds before you do that on TV, I get the joke. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, okay. So cut to like a month later. I'm with Norm MacDonald having dinner with people. And Norm does that joke about me. He goes, hey, man, it's Artie's never been swimming. It's never more than a half an hour since he last ate. I'm like, where the fuck did you hear that joke? He goes, I heard a fat guy do it at the Comedy Store. I go, really? So I see Mitch 2 weeks later. I go, Mitch, what the fuck, bro? You gave me that joke. Norm said he saw a fat guy do it at the Comedy Store. So he's all fucked up and he goes, hey, Artie, man, listen, I'm sorry. I get fucked up a lot. I forget shit. I probably gave that to a lot of fat guys.
Homework liker, who is becoming my new best friend,
yes,
says Norm carries 46 clubs in his bag. Yeah, club sandwiches.
I do like a club sandwich.
That's not an insult. That's harmless joshing.
I do like a club sandwich.
Mitch Hedberg had a great run.
Oh yes, what was it?
Like, what do you have to
join the club?
Yeah, do you have to join? What I don't even would never dare. Okay.
Do you like sandwiches that have a toothpick in them?
Okay.
With green and red cellophane? I do too. Perhaps we should begin a club. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I order the club sandwich all the time, and I'm not even a member, man. I don't know how I get away with it. I like my sandwiches with 3 pieces of bread. So do I. Well, let's form a club. Okay. But we need some more stipulations. Yes, we do. Instead of cutting the sandwich once, let's cut it again. Yeah, 4 triangles. Yeah, and in the middle, we shall dump chips. Let me ask you a question. How you feel about frilly toothpicks? I'm for them. Well, this club is formed then. I like to take a toothpick and throw it in the forest and say, you're home.
And he had a golf joke.
He did?
That's good. He said, when I'm golfing, I never say 4. I can't think of it in time because I'm busy saying, no way it's going to hit those guys.
I play golf. I'm not good at golf. I never got good. I never got a hole-in-one, but I did hit a guy, and that's way more satisfying. You're supposed to yell 4. But I was too busy mumbling, there ain't no way that's gonna hit him. You know, when it comes to racism, people say, I don't care if they're black, white, purple, or green. Oh, hold on now. Purple or green, you gotta draw the line somewhere. To hell with purple people. Unless they're suffocating. Then help them.
And I know people, hate people for all kinds of reasons, Some people hate people because they're a different color, black or white or something like that. I don't care if a guy's black, what. Hey, let me tell you something. I got a thing I realized. When a guy's racist is when he if he says something like this. He goes, I don't care if a guy's black or white or brown, yellow, blue, green, or anything. You're like, what the fuck is green? I don't care if a guy's purple. Any of those goddamn non-human colors, they're all the same to me. Purple, black, same thing to me. If the guy's a black guy or a purple guy, I treat him the same. Isn't a purple guy? That's a fucking monster from outer space. Who the hell likes those guys? You gotta kill them. You gotta kill those guys, right? In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people, which once again proves my theory: women can't drive. New medical research shows that men and women have different food cravings. Men preferring meat and women preferring sweets. Scientists trace this back to caveman days, when men had to go out and hunt for food while women sat on their fat asses eating chocolates. A celebrated fertility statue, which many believe has the power to make women pregnant, began a nationwide tour this week. The hundreds of women who claim it caused their pregnancies are of different ages, races, and religions. But they all have one thing in common. They are all dirty, dirty whores. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off, which just goes to show you Madonna's a whore. In other show business news, it has been reported that superstar Madonna is pregnant. Although personally I find this a bit hard to believe. I mean, Madonna isn't even married. It's like crazy. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal. I like that Madonna's baby thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
funny.
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
I really have to give it to that guy that's the father, you know, Carlos...
Leon.
Carlos Leon.
Or Carlos Leon, I forget which one.
Because you got to have a lot of guts. That means he had sex with Madonna without a condom. Yeah. That's great. Pop singer Madonna was outraged this week when a tabloid photographer snapped her picture while she was breastfeeding her new baby. Apparently, the baby was blocking her nipple. Well, filming has finally begun in the long-awaited life story of Evita Peron, starring pop singer Madonna. According to its producers, the film is 100% historically accurate, except for the part where Mrs. Peron has group sex with the Houston Rockets. Texas millionaire J. Howard Marshall may have died 2 months ago, but as we see here, he and wife Anna Nicole Smith can still enjoy a romantic evening at home. Former Playboy centerfold and Guess jeans model Anna Nicole Smith collapsed this week after she suddenly realized that she actually had sex with this guy. And finally, in entertainment news, ex-Playboy centerfold Anna Nicole Smith has filed for bankruptcy. And saddest of all, she slept with this guy for nothing. Well, the Learning Annex in New York is offering a new course to teach women how to smoke cigars. The fee to enroll in the class is $100. The fee to watch the class is $200. According to a new study from Yale University, in order to duplicate the physique of a Barbie doll, the average woman would have to grow to 7 feet, add 5 inches to her bust, and trim 6 inches from her waist. So ladies, you have your mission, now get to it. Hollywood prostitute Divine Brown has written a book describing in lurid detail exactly what she did with Hugh Grant. The book sells for $25, but for $35 she'll show you. Former British cavalry officer James Hewitt, who was Lady Diana's secret lover, says he will never, ever disclose the contents of more than 100 love letters that she sent to him. This, according to Hewitt's new book, I Banged a Princess. Under a new ordinance, exotic, nude, and topless dancing will be banned in any establishment selling alcoholic beverages in the city of New Iberia, Louisiana, or as I now refer to it, the most horrible place on earth. Exotic dancers say city ordinance requiring them to keep 4 feet away from their customers will put them out of business in Shoreline, Washington, or as I now refer to it, Nazi Germany. In sports, distance runner Jutta Pippig set a record by winning her 3rd consecutive Boston Marathon, despite suffering from both her period and diarrhea throughout the 26-mile run. In addition, Pippig also set a record for causing the most spectators to make this face at a Boston Marathon. Well, Jocelyn Elder's new book, Jocelyn Elder's MD, came out this week. I read it. After closing out a successful first season, the WNBA is considering several changes to improve the level of play in the league next year. Among the proposals, extending the playoffs, increasing salaries, bringing back the three-point line, and replacing all the female players with guys. The WNBA officials expanded to 10 teams this week, adding franchises in Detroit and Washington, D.C. But before you get too excited about the new additions to the league, remember, all of the players are still women. They stink at basketball, that's the problem. Other than that, it'd be a good, good game, but they're... The next time I watch a WNBA game will be the first time I watch a WNBA game. Hey, WNBA, I got an idea that'll sell some tickets. Shirts and skins. It was a bad week for the restaurant chain Hooters. The company has been forced to pay $3.75 million to settle a sex discrimination suit brought by male job applicants who claim that its policy of hiring only women is unfair. The settlement was hailed as a landmark case for guys who try to ruin everything. According to a new survey by the Women's Vote Project, women would be more likely to vote if they could send in ballots by mail or if polls were open longer. Also, more women would vote if you were permitted to bake your vote. They like to bake. Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
One that makes me laugh every single time. And, well, I mean, I'll tell you the joke, I'll tell you in a second, but I also love the phone call that is 100% real. I almost left in the editing because as soon as we finished it, I was in the room with him. He did it completely alone, but I was in the room in there. And as soon as we finished, I said, "Who called?" And it had been his brother, Leslie.
Yellow is the best color, but I don't know if you call that an opinion. It's just a, oh, hold on, it's my phone. Hello? I got to phone you back on account I'm doing a special on the TV, comedy special. So I'll call you back, okay? Okay.
So I almost left that. Oh my, I just froze there. But I almost left that. I almost left that in just so people knew that that phone call was real. But anything Norm does is real. So it's not even a question whether that was a fake call or not. It was real. And then, of course, with the dog barking, I like that in there, too.
Like I flew in from Vegas, I remember one time, and there was some turbulence. And I was like, I'm eating that fucker in 14 years.
But Hail the Sluts makes me laugh every time. You know, for she's a jolly good slut. So anyway, that's my joke that makes me laugh every time.
And you know what I was way ahead on? Slut shaming. I was always against that. I remember telling the fellas in high school, I go, guys, I think we're making a big mistake by shaming the sluts. You see, here's what is my concern. I feel if we shame them too much, they might stop becoming sluts, you know? And further ladies might not want to be sluts either. I have a different idea. Other than shaming the sluts, it's a bold idea. I say we take the sluts and we put them on our shoulders and we go, oh, hail the slut. Oh, for she's a jolly good slut, that kind of thing, you know? So I was way ahead of it, man, way ahead of it.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back. My life without.
His mom, he mentions in it that he had a place for her nearby. He did. She's in Canada, so she would spend winters in Los Angeles, and he got her a place nearby him. And so he really did have, I know, of course, it's a joke. There's a punchline there, but the reflection on his mom is real. Yeah.
A clip we found on the internet where some 17-year-olds, I think, spotted you on a plane, Norm MacDonald, our hero, and they send you a note on a barf bag. Here's the flight attendant supposedly giving you the note.
Have you ever seen this?
Have you seen this?
No.
Is this you? Does this seem to be you?
That's me. What? Where's this? What?
This was on a plane.
1 hour later. That's bizarre.
And then these kids were told it's probably not a good idea in this day and age on an airplane to send notes on barf bags.
Oh, I remember this, Brian. Where's Brian? I remember somebody. I remember this. Yeah, because they sent me someone came to me, a stewardess, and said, "Do you know this person? And what's this note mean?" Because I know they had sent a note because I played Death on Family Guy. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and they sent me a note saying, "Hey, it's good to have death on the plane or something."
Oh.
Oh no! Not the thing you want to write.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they got in trouble. So yeah, that must be what that is. Yeah, I went on the airplane, you know, and I'm getting recognized now, you know.
That's great.
Not as much as a real famous guy, but like halfway between like a real famous guy and a guy that's not famous at all.
Yeah, that would make sense. Sure.
So, like when I was flying in, a weird thing happened. Like I sat down on the plane. You know how they get you to sit beside a stranger, another guy. You know. Right. So I'm sitting beside this guy, and the guy goes, "Hey man, I really like you on the show on Saturday Night Live, Bob." He calls me Bob. And so I go, "Hey, thanks a lot," you know. And he goes, "Yeah, I like when you do Dole, you know, Bob, you know." And I go, "Thanks, you know." And I figure, what the hell, Bob? That's a name like any other.
That's a good name, funny.
Yeah, it's all right. So I go, I'll just go along with the guy. So he keeps calling me Bob and everything. And then this other character, later on in the flight, about 2 hours into the flight, he comes out of the bathroom, you know? He was in the bathroom?
Yeah, right.
So he comes out, and he's walking down. Suddenly he sees me, you know, he recognizes me. And he goes, "Hey," he goes, "you're that guy from Saturday Night Live, right?" And I go, yeah. And he goes, "What's your name? What's your name?" And I go, "It's Bob. My name is Bob." Right? So then the guy goes, yeah, Bob. He goes, "Bob what? What's your last name?" So then I was going to say McDonald, Bob McDonald. Then I thought maybe it'll like trigger something in the guy's mind, you know, and he'll remember my actual name. Right. Maybe by saying Bob McDonald, he'll go, "No, it's Norm MacDonald." Right?
Yeah, sure.
Then the other guy will go, "What? What? I thought you were Bob." Right? So I'm thinking quick, you know, this is all going on in my head quick.
Snap, yeah.
So I immediately realized I can't say McDonald, so I'm trying to think of another name. I have to say, you can't wait like 5 minutes, you know? Or you can't ponder it. Go, what's my last name? Wow. That's an interesting question. You have to immediately say something. So I said, Bob Kendall. Like that? Because I used to have a teacher, Mr. Kendall.
Right. Oh, very clever. Yeah. Very clever.
So I said, Bob Kendall. So then the guy goes, yeah, Bob Kendall. Yeah, Bob Kendall. Made like a face like that.
One minute we hug, next minute we barely even hold conversations fine with me. I was born a savage, I can take the damage. Anything I do.
I hung out with him twice accidentally on 2 separate occasions.
The
we were
airplane.
on planes. I told you about it, right?
I heard they are the one of them,
It
and
happened
he the
twice.
smoking.
Yeah,
That's
the smoking,
hilarious.
as soon as he landed, he was talking about how great it was to quit smoking. As soon as he landed, he ran into the gift shop and bought cigarettes and was lighting them before he was on his way out the door. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did. Talking about it. I wanted to smoke.
Yeah, he just does what he wants.
But
it feels
randomly, on 2 occasions, I just was sitting next to him on a plane.
This weekend, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, boring and uncreative. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? The mysterious Indonesian accused of illegally raising millions for the Democratic Party. Earlier this week, Secret Service logs showed that Mr. Wong had visited the Clinton White House more than 60 times. But on Friday, administration spokesman revealed that there are actually 2 John Wongs. Furthermore, they stressed that the John Wong who visited the White House is a different man. He isn't the fundraiser. He's the guy who killed Vince Foster. Rejecting conspiracy theories that President Clinton killed Vince Foster, a report out this week from independent counsel Kenneth Starr has officially concluded that Vince Foster took his own life. Among other things, the report cites evidence that Foster was deeply depressed in the days leading up to his death. Although the report does concede, Foster was deeply depressed because President Clinton was trying to murder him. On Capitol Hill this week, 17 Republican congressmen formally asked the House Judiciary Committee whether there is sufficient evidence to begin impeachment proceedings against President Clinton. In response, the president said, quote, hey, you know who would have the answer to that question? Vince Foster.
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. He's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that, so it'd be good to get the... See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without
That's a little
Charlie.
too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I
to
don't
talk
want to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up. Shut up. Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm, did you ever hear the word? Oh,
the phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that had somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Dude, you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The thing is this. There, you know Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer. He told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it.
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing. Pretend
You know what, Norm? You're a dead man.
Here, you talk to him now.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage and work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
all right then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you annoyed us, but I read that you have actually annoyed one of your idols. Who is that?
Oh, the great Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, my God, I love that guy. He's my hero, you know, just like you, maybe George or Bill Clinton would be your hero. I love.
There's no stopping you, is there?
No, you seem to like Bill Clinton.
There really, and this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right, his career's over after this anyway, who cares? Go ahead, Norm.
No, Bill Clinton, who's a great man, obviously. You know, everybody has their opinions, right?
Are you moving along?
No,
You're
Bill
going to get to the point.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, Cosby.
Oh, God. Cosby.
What's in that coffee? What are you drinking in there?
Now, Bill Cosby is a great man, first of all. There has never been any accusations toward Bill Cosby about any...
Will you just tell us what you did with Bill Cosby?
Oh, I met him. I opened for him at a club, and he was a great man, you know. He's my hero of all time. You know how funny Bill Cosby is,
Yeah,
right?
so I'll get to the point. I'm going past menopause. Make the point. Let's go.
Not everything has a point.
we are learning that, okay?
All right, Norm, you want to finish the story, or shall I ask you the next thing?
Well, the Bill Cosby thing is this.
Dear God.
I met Bill Cosby. We're all fans of Bill Cosby, right, Barbara?
Yeah.
What? Yes. Why don't we talk about the millionaire?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Tonight, Norm and I...
please. I like Bill Cosby.
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
Norm MacDonald and I are on The Millionaire tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him about that, how you thought he's dumb today. Where do you see him tonight? Come on, Norm. Tell him, Norm.
People always told me Hollywood was like incredibly liberal and biased, and I thought it was untrue. But
Do you want to talk about the millionaire?
Yes, I do.
You have 10 seconds
tell
to
how
talk
much
about
you
the
want.
millionaire.
Don't tell how much.
Don't tell him what I won?
No.
Oh.
You're not allowed to tell anything like that.
Well, what are you trying to ask him then?
I don't know. He doesn't answer anything anyway. So
All
we'll tell him.
right. Okay, so he's on The Millionaire tonight, and he's on Friday nights, and
on Monday, his taxes will be audited.
So he's on Friday nights at 9. He's on The Millionaire at 9. You can play along at home on Enhanced TV. You are a number. I have never met anything like you. We will be right back.
That Madonna's baby thing.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
it's, I really have to give it to that guy that's the father, you know, Carlos...
Leon.
Carlos Leon.
Or Carlos Leon, I forget which one.
Because you got to have a lot of guts. That means he had sex with Madonna without a condom. Right? That's great. Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, he said, I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy. He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon. Really? Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it.
O.J. Simpson's new fitness video was released this week, and hitting the shelves next week, Simpson's newest video, Dorf on Stalking. The crowd is torn. Liza Minnelli has gotten word she'll have to have a hip replacement operation. This marks the first time in 15 years that the name Liza Minnelli and the word hip have been used in the same sentence. Well, let's get to O.J. O.J. Simpson's lawyers say they don't want the families of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in the courtroom during the trial. They're afraid the presence of the family members will just remind O.J. of how much more killing he still has to do. And finally, the Oscar nominations were announced this week, and Tom Hanks and Jodie Foster are in a heated competition in the Academy's controversial new category, Best Retard. To illustrate the point that their client is running out of money to defend himself, O.J. Simpson's lawyer said this week that if he had to do it over again, after killing his victims, O.J. would now rob them as well. That one you find troubling? New medical research shows that men and women have different food cravings. Men preferring meat and women preferring sweets. Scientists trace this back to caveman days, when men had to go out and hunt for food while women sat on their fat asses eating chocolates. This was Colin Ferguson's first week in prison. Ferguson has reportedly dismissed his cellmate, and from now on he will be acting as his own bitch. And finally, due to a change in policy, Amtrak employees will no longer be able to kick homeless people out of Penn Station based on the way they look. From now on, they will have to go solely on urine stench. This is our top story tonight this week in the O.J. Simpson trial. After grisly photos of the murdered Nicole Brown Simpson were shown in court, O.J. turned his head away and wept. It was at that moment that he realized he would never be able to kill her again. Actor Charlie Sheen is reportedly engaged to model Donna Peel. Friends of Sheen say they knew Sheen was serious when he took Donna home to meet the hookers. Meanwhile, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry attended the march and called it a beautiful display of unity and solidarity among African Americans. His only complaint, the complete absence of crack. In publishing news, Magic Johnson has received a $5 million advance from Random House for his new book entitled What You Can Do to Avoid AIDS. Chapter 1, Don't Have Sex with Me. Officials at the Philadelphia Zoo report they have actually been able to preserve sperm from an endangered one-horned rhinoceros. The sperm will remain frozen at the zoo until Michael Jackson comes by with a check and picks it up. "47-year-old Adrienne Brown, wife of soul legend James Brown, died suddenly last week. Most shocking of all, she was not killed by James Brown. Finally, some good news. According to her doctor, legendary actress Katharine Hepburn is recovering nicely from her recent illness, and they have even upgraded her condition to decrepit. So a nice. That's nice. Well, you don't like her? You don't like Katharine Hepburn, for God's sakes? As Baltimore and Cleveland met this week in divisional playoff action, the big story in baseball continues to be Orioles second baseman Roberto Alomar. Under a dark cloud. Yes, none of us like him. Well, according to a new Entertainment Weekly poll, 72% of their readers say they would not be offended if a TV show lead character were gay. Though that figure shrinks to 1% when these same readers are reminded that being gay can involve anal sex. This weekend, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, boring and uncreative. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? O.J. Simpson was in a different courtroom this week, attempting to regain custody of his 2 children. In order to prove to the court how much he loves his kids, O.J. pointed out, quote, hey, they're still alive, aren't they? According to O.J. Simpson's niece, Terry Baker, when O.J.'s mother, Eunice Simpson, first heard about the slaying of Nicole Brown, she exclaimed, he did it. Reached for comment, O.J. said, my mom was just guessing. I hadn't even told her yet. You know, yesterday the House Budget Committee approved an outline of the deal between President Clinton and congressional leaders to balance the budget. But both sides caution it is not set in stone. In order to become official, of course, it must still be approved by this Chinese guy here. He's got a... Boo, what the hell? Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. Haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later.
Well, Mickey Rooney was on once. I met Mickey Rooney at a card club. You know those celebrity poker events? So it's pretty cool, those celebrity poker events, because you meet those real old guys that are cool, like Ed Asner and all these guys. So Mickey Rooney just wandering around alone before the thing, you know, about an hour before the. So I was like, oh, I'll go talk to Mickey Rooney. It'll be pretty cool. So I go over. The guy, he's old, so he talks super loud. And so as soon as he talked, like everyone looked at us, and kind of everyone in the room was hearing what he was saying. So I was just doing this. I was just about to do this show called A Minute with Stan Hooper. So he said, "Hey, what are you up to next now?" or something, you know. So like an idiot, I tell him. I don't have to tell him, right? So I go, "Oh, I'm doing a show. It's called A Minute with Stan Hooper. It's about a guy that moves from the city to the country." And he goes, "Oh, well, would you ever need an old fella on it?" You know. So I said, "Sure." You know, I'd like to have Mickey Rooney on the show. So I said, "No, sure, that'd be great." You know. He goes, "Great," and then he goes, "But he goes, I've been in the business a long time. it can't just be the two of us. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, am I having an oral contract with Mickey Rooney? Like that? Like he thought it was just gonna be me and him, and he was telling me, no, we got to get extra people. So crazy. He goes, I'm 78 years, no, 87. Because I'm 87 years experienced. I don't like to say old. I'm experienced. And then he'd say stuff you didn't know if he was joking, and then he'd get mad. He'd go, I'm running for president. You're like, oh, yeah, that's funny. No, I am. You're like, oh. I got to. And then in his back pocket, he had this guy was married, by the way, to the hottest women of all times. You know,
who's that?
He was married to like 6 women. One of them was Rita Hayworth.
No shit.
Ava Gardner.
Yeah, he was the biggest star of his day. Yeah.
So he'd get beautiful women.
Yeah.
So when he was old, he pulled out, he had in his back pocket, he had a magazine that he'd cut out a picture from a magazine, a Farrah Fawcett Majors, like back when she was married to Lee Majors. That's how old it was. And he opened it and he showed it to me. He's like, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, no, that's fair. She's beautiful. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm going to find her and fuck her in the brown. I'm like, in the brown? Like, I guess he didn't realize like how old he was or what was going on. I guess in the old days, that's what he did. He'd go, Ava Gardner, I'll fuck her in the brown. And he did, you know.
That's like, I guess when you're a star, that's like the VIP room. You know, you're proving something.
Yeah. I heard somebody else say that too.
The VIP room?
No. I guess like having anal sex with a woman on the first date, or it's not a date, I guess, is considered like a big.
Coming soon to Broadway, Mickey Rooney as Norm Henderson in If the World is So Big, Why Am I So Small Down There?
Are you there, God? It's me, Norm. One quick question and I'll leave you alone. Come on, damn it. Pick up the phone. Listen, big guy. I ain't one who begs, but I got a problem between my legs. The world is so big. Why am I so small down there?
You know, I don't mind if he attacks me, but in most cases, my penis cannot defend itself.
This is what you said their neighbor was? Jim Ping?
That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me as abacus
I wanna do
yesterday.
this. Jesus.
Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was. That was kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey.
Hey,
come
I know
on.
he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
The actor who appeared in commercials for many years as the Marlboro Man has died of lung cancer. Asked if he contracted the disease by smoking, a spokesperson for the tobacco industry responded by saying, "What's that behind you?" then ran away. The U.S. Tobacco Company has announced that between now and December 31, it will donate a portion of its sales, at least $1 million, to the National Volunteer Fire Council. In return, U.S. Tobacco asked that for the rest of the year, everyone pretend that cigarettes don't cause cancer. According to newly released confidential memos, presidents of the nation's largest tobacco companies decided as early as 1964 that cigarettes should contain increasingly higher and higher levels of nicotine. Asked to comment, a spokesman for the tobacco industry said, "Really, that's interesting." Then got plastic surgery and moved to France. A new study funded by tobacco giant Philip Morris claims that the nicotine in cigarettes may actually help prevent Alzheimer's disease. Executives at Philip Morris caution that the study is not conclusive, but just to be safe, everyone on Earth should start smoking. Earlier this year, the Liga Group paid out more than $750 million in a court settlement when it was admitted that its cigarettes are addictive. And this week, the tobacco company unveiled its new warning label. It reads, "Warning, don't try to sue us, we don't have any money left." The FDA has approved a drug used for antidepressant to help people quit smoking cigarettes. Although it should be noted, the drug is crack, so... Richard Thomas of Chicago is taking a novel approach to getting his wife Sally to quit smoking. He is suing her in U.S. District Court, asking a judge to order her to quit. Legal experts say that considering all factors, Mr. Thomas actually has a very good chance of never having sex with his wife again. According to new medical studies, exposure to secondhand smoke dramatically increases a non-smoker's risk of getting heart disease and lung cancer. Jubilant tobacco company executives say the study proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that non-smoking can kill you. That one wasn't very good, but try to laugh anyway, because it helps Farley have a little rest. The most restrictive smoking ban in the nation took effect this week in New York, and already the city has gained over 9,000 pounds. Well, the Learning Annex in New York is offering a new course to teach women how to smoke cigars. The fee to enroll in the class is $100. The fee to watch the class is $200. A new study says that people who quit smoking have healthier lungs. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A recent consumer poll showed that Hershey is America's favorite company, while Philip Morris is America's least favorite. In the middle, the company that makes chocolate cigarettes. Right in the middle. Postal authorities removed a cigarette from a photo of blues artist Robert Johnson to help dignify the musician in a new stamp they've issued in his honor. This isn't the first time the post office has altered a photograph. In fact, the original photo used on the Elvis stamp was based on this photo. King enjoying a hoagie.
Get off me! Get off me! I'm the real Annie! Get off me, you fat bastard! Get off me, you fat bastard!
Oh, that was fun, wasn't it?
Craig used to be on a show called The Drew Carey Show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you did the show right next door. You had the Norm MacDonald show right next door.
And then I remember you were like, we had trailers, and I'd always be in my trailer. I like to go to my trailer and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then you'd be in your trailer, and you'd be writing movies, and then directing movies, and then you'd be writing books.
Yeah. It was because I was trying to not smoke.
But people are waylaid by your laid-back image. They don't realize what a furnace of ambition you are.
Hey, that's true. I am. I zig when they zag. That's what it is. Yeah. Listen, it's good. You don't smoke anymore. You look like healthy. You
no, I quit smoking. Yeah, I read that on the side of the thing.
What did you say? It's dangerous.
It can kill you.
No.
Yeah, I realized like I was smoking all the time, and it's like you smoke and you don't even get high,
Well, you can't. They're not mutually exclusive. You can get high and smoke. It's not like you have to make a choice.
No, I'm saying the cigarettes do not.
Get you high.
Yeah.
Well, you can. There's a substance you can put in them though if you want.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do drugs or alcohol. Or
Neither do I.
You used to be. I thought you were an alcoholic.
Gosh, Norm.
Tom has drank for as long as I've known him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I drink, yeah. I'm starting to smoke, too.
You've started smoking?
I'm starting now. I'm just starting.
It's harder than you think. You should probably start with a patch.
Yeah. No, I actually started with the e-cigarettes.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I was smoking those for the last couple of months.
I think you actually were.
Yeah, and then gradually built up sort of an addiction to the nicotine.
So you work backwards.
But, yeah.
Do you think we stopped saying N-rig, which means, or N-rich, or nigger-rich, or nigger-rig, which were terms that some people are going, were they terms? Because, well, it's a fine. Or do you think we just shouldn't use people?
What they say when you, stop with that joint there, you're getting spit on it.
So, no, hold on a second.
Huh?
So most people would say that we stopped those things because it was egregious.
Yes.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so you have to say,
give you another example.
So if the
all afternoon, as we do this, you've been playing on and off with a cigarette. Do you smoke?
I quit smoking a year ago.
Good for you.
Thank you. You quit smoking.
Yeah.
And you, when you smoked at the Tomorrow Show,
we puffed. We didn't smoke. We puffed.
You probably caused many children to start smoking.
So you hold a cigarette and you never light it?
Yes, it helps me. I have an oral fixation, the doctors tell me. That never... I'm like Beretta.
Are you doing this to be a funny thing, or do you really have to kind of
I'm doing
feel?
It. No, I feel that I have an oral fixation. You know about that.
I don't have that, by the way.
If it's
I don't
not
like
this, I go straight. You don't like sucking cock?
I don't like sucking cock. I mean, I have done it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. You know why I wouldn't like it?
Why?
Aren't those animals, like, inside the cum? Like, I remember...
The sperm, you mean?
Yeah. So to me, like, it's a bunch of animals and stuff.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You came.
Okay, since nicotine is such an addictive drug, do you think someday you'll have to have a prescription to buy a pack of cigarettes?
Well, they always bring up the Constitution and talk about how we should still have the right to a militia and all that. But let's face facts, this country was built on tobacco growers. So, if you're going to start changing, if you're not going to change one thing because it comes from way back then, you can't change this either. There are farmers out there who make a living. Tobacco is one of the crops that got this country going. So, no, I don't think they'll ever make it illegal.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't make it illegal. I know.
I think Norm's backing me up on that. What motivated you to quit?
Well, I guess I read this thing about how it was like a phallic symbol, and that my doctor went in. He said, you probably have an oral fixation, which you know what that means. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So that's why I always smoke like cigarettes instead of cigars, because if I'm gonna have I like a little white thin cock.
Are we back to cocks again? Huh? I go away to Ohio, Middletown, the center of the universe, to take a nice clean call, and then I space out. I'm thinking I can't listen to Norm for a second. I gotta get a time cue here. I come back and you're talking about having a thin white cock in your
I don't have a thin white cock in my cock. You mean?
No.
In my mouth. No, you misunderstand. What I'm saying is this. I'm just saying.
Don't make the mistake of thinking I fucking listen to you.
I just want to make it clear about that cock thing. I was just saying, if I ever was gay, if they suddenly made it mandatory or something, then I would choose the smallest cock, and I would like a guy that came fast. I don't know. I thought the subject was cock.
No, cocks is next week.
I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Look who's here.
Who's here?
It's Norm MacDonald and Kevin Farley.
My God, so it is.
Great.
Welcome, fellas. You were all
paying it. We had mutual appreciation body language.
Well,
As soon as the mics went on, you completely turned all your attention on Farley.
Well, I was trying to.
Are you playing it cool?
No, I wanted Farley to get some talking time in because he's a good guy and he's only in America. Only in America.
Could we have Farley?
What?
Could we have Farley?
Yeah.
Only in America?
Only in America.
Right. Spoken by a Canadian.
Only in America. Chris Farley's brother Kevin.
I thought you were going to call me Chris again.
No.
Which would have been horrible.
Here's it.
No, I wrote a song for Kevin about his brother Chris.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear it?
I would love nothing more.
Very much like to hear it.
Yeah.
It's a song parody. No, I don't remember it. You remember it. It's based on the 70s that I'm not Lisa, my name is Julie.
I don't know if you've heard that song.
I'm not Lisa, my name is Julie. Lisa left you years ago.
Familiar with that song?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
That is such a lie. No, you're not.
Kiss up to the
You don't have
guests.
to be. You don't have to.
I'm looking it up.
Can I ask
let's
you?
look it up. Oh, look it up and you can play
Hey,
it.
I've got it.
Okay,
Boom, hit
Are
it.
you really?
Let's listen to
Got
it.
it. Stand
Hit
by.
it.
All right.
Here we go.
Are you going to sing?
That was it?
Very slow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Well, we usually play them
It probably
start
is
to
not.
finish.
It's in about 2 minutes in.
I can't fast forward.
No, that's okay. This is good radio.
Yeah, we can talk over this. This will be like a music bed to our conversation.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it goes right into it, so I can just
Do a little
it does.
dialogue.
Dub
Just be
it,
like,
right.
hey,
You'll
Norm,
dub
what's
it
up?
as they
What's
say
up,
it?
Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting concept.
You
He
look-
may overlay it. He may overlay the words of the song with his parody.
Sweet.
Okay.
Which has never been done. Here it goes.
You're hearing it here now live.
I'm not Chris. My name is Kevin. Chris was funny. I am not.
Wow. That's terrible. Norm,
I
great
wrote that.
job.
What do you mean it's terrible?
In the first person, it's even sadder.
Oh, wow.
Can we ask you a question about sort of stand-up life in general
Pretty good.
that we've never had?
Great. We got to do it with the overlay.
I don't think we actually need to ask anything.
We don't need to say a word.
When you come to a different town doing a stand-up tour, are there certain things that... What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you.
Eyes.
It looks like it looks like you're looking at a contact that's slightly off center. You know the trick where if you don't want to look in a person's eyes, you look at a spot right in the middle
I
of
don't
the
know
forehead.
that trick, no.
No?
What a terrible trick. I don't even want to look at a person's eyes. That's the interesting part of
You
it.
do that, I think.
When you come to a different town, is there someone from the club always that picks you up at the airport and then ferries you around
Yes,
town?
but well, no, it doesn't ferry me around town. They just drive me to the hotel and drop me off and say, "See you in 4 days, buddy."
Is that what happens, or do they try to sometimes befriend you and show you the local sites?
No, usually it's an old fella, 70 or 75, and he'll drive me from the airport. He'll drop me off. He'll go, "You're on your own for 4 days now, pal." And I'll go, okay. You don't have to say it like that. And he goes, "Hey, you gonna stiff me like the last guy?" And I go, "No, what? Who was the last guy? Some fella."
I know him.
I go, "All right, I'll pay you money. I'll pay you extra for what he didn't." I always overtip like crazy. You know, like I'll go, I don't know what to tip. So, I pull out a 20 and I'm not going to go "Can you give me 15 back?" Because the guy sees I have other 20s. Especially a homeless guy. I just pray to God I don't pull 100 out somehow. I'm like, oh, what? Wait. I have 100 and a 1. I wonder what you're getting. And I'm keeping a homeless dude.
I don't think there's ever been a moment in any interview in 15 years in radio that I lost control so immediately.
Quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever had control.
No, it's kind of a groovy feeling. It's it's what I imagine a sensory deprivation take must be like.
Back to you,
talking to Norm
Just let it
MacDonald.
go. Just let it go.
When was the moment that you, as like a young Norm, sort of discovered that stand-up comedy was a thing that could be done as a job and maybe was a job that you could do?
I don't know. When I was in,
sorry.
See, that's a hard question. When I was in grade 4, I got a laugh in math class.
Okay. Oh, that's a tough audience.
Because they said the teacher said there's this theory. It's called the reflexive theory of mathematics. But anyways, he didn't tell us the name of the theory. He wanted us to guess, and he said this theory is if x equals y, then y equals x. And he goes, what would be a good name for that theory? And then I said, the pointless theory? And then I got a huge laugh.
And that was it.
Some people start in the groundlings, second city. Some people just pipe up with the pointless theory in 4th grade.
And math class.
Oh my God.
How about you, Kevin?
Kevin.
I don't know. I farted once and the class laughed. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
You're from a funny family. You're from a family where
some people call it.
a lot of people, was there a lot of competition for attention? Was there a lot of love, a lot of fighting? Like, sort of set the tone for what the
Jeez.
Farley house growing up in was
It
like.
was all that.
Yeah.
We had a very sick household. No, I think it was competition. Yeah, we have 4 guys in our house.
Any sisters?
And it was, we have 1 sister, yeah.
Wow.
God bless her.
Barb. And Barb's funny. Barb's probably the funniest one. But she's a nursery school teacher, and she'll send me texts like, but she'll come up to people and be
So
like...
she made a good career decision. She's funnier than Chris Farley.
Yeah.
She decided to go into that line of work.
High-paying industry.
Yeah. But she'll go up to people and be like, I'm Chris Farley's sister! And be like, all right, Bob, that's enough.
That's enough. Settle down.
And he'd be like, yeah, okay.
Norm, you're shaking your Starbucks cup as though you wish you had more coffee. Do you want the rest of mine?
Well, I drink a lot of cream in mine, so I don't
I
think
have
it
a
would
lot of
work
cream.
out.
Hers is more like
I
pudding.
bet this is sweeter than anything that you...
Oh, I don't drink sugar, though.
You don't, oh, well, you're out of
Thanks,
luck.
though. Thanks,
okay.
Tara. That was
I tried.
kind of you.
You're
That was
welcome.
kind of you.
Thank you for not being afraid of germs. Can we talk about SNL a little bit?
Sure, whatever you want to talk
Okay,
about.
this is something that...
I'll talk about it.
And I've interviewed you before.
I know, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you talk about it this morning?
Did I talk about you interviewing me?
Yeah.
No, what do you mean?
Because I think you had an interview with my old radio partner.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, but yes, close. He was in the other room.
This is so surreal. Okay, where was I even going? Oh, no,
You were
this was the
saying
question.
when
I
you
wanted it to
interviewed
be a serious interview with you when I talked to you before, but it turned out being kind of weird. And this is the question that I wanted to ask you.
Because it was a very metaphysical conversation.
No, it wasn't. You don't remember at all.
He has no idea.
I was just joking. I remember it completely, yes.
The question I wanted to ask you was, there was a specific episode of, like, you should know, and your brother actually also, Kevin, were of the cast that was SNL to me. Like, there's the people that go through the history of the show. There's a moment in your life when that's the cast
Right.
that you
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
relate to the most. You're at the perfect age, and you were part of that for me. I remember you were doing Update, and I think that John Lovitz was sitting next to you, and he was doing some sort of...
You two are like 5 inches apart.
Right
that
now,
must be uncomfortable.
no, our knees are touching.
Wow.
And he's got that piercing stare. John Lovitz was sitting next
Murderous.
to you.
It is murderous.
It's
a little
not murderous.
unsettling.
No, I think it's I don't know what it is.
ravening.
I don't
Is
know.
it ravening?
It's
Ravening?
ravening.
Or-
Sure, that's a word.
It's positively
Ravening.
ravening. Okay, no, I'm
Anyway.
serious about this.
All right, we're back.
Whoa,
Kevin, whoa.
Kevin!
What?
That's not a funny topic.
Oh, sorry. I
guess it is to Derry, huh?
This is nervous laughter, I assure you.
All right. Maybe I went overboard.
John Lovitz is sitting next to you, and he's in some sort of
John
disguise.
Lovitz was not in. I was never in the cast with John Lovitz.
Okay, then it couldn't have been him.
No.
But the point that I remember was that you, at the end of Update, took out your earpiece and tossed it down on the desk and stood up and walked off screen before the camera cut.
Oh, I do that a lot. I took off my mic and just went left. Yeah.
This was a particular moment, though, and then you also didn't appear in the goodbye waves.
I never appear in the goodbyes ever.
I don't know if you're lying to me or not.
No, I'm true.
Is that true?
You know that? I would never be in the.
Why?
Because I didn't because people would phone and go, the show sucked and everything. I felt like an idiot. Like, you go, hey, and like you're in one sketch for 5 seconds or something. And also, my job was done after Update. I'd just go and get some soup somewhere. But I always feel like an idiot, like standing there. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Like nobody cares at all in the audience. They're just waiting to go home.
That's one of my favorite parts of the show. I'm always curious who's talking.
What do you mean?
Oh, it is fun. No,
Who's
you're
talking
right.
to whom?
I watch that and I
Yeah.
see people talking. Yeah,
Like, who are the friends? Who don't like? Oh, they're mad at that one.
Yeah,
That's
like
weird.
they'll talk to the guy in the band and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
See, I always imagined that was completely fake, and it was like doing the theater thing where
But I'll
you
tell you-
pretend to be talking and you're saying peas and carrots, and smiling. and
Here's a
smiling.
funny Saturday Night Live. It was right after 9/11.
Oh, God, I'm nervous.
This is Are you honestly? Yes. This is right after
I've got
I was
flop
gone.
sweat.
I was gone from Saturday Night Live, but it was right after 9/11, And so they had, it was the first show back from Saturday Night Live after 9/11. And so anyways.
Drew Barrymore again.
Was Drew Barrymore, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good memory.
Yeah,
so they had the
the mayor came out, I guess.
Yeah, the mayor came out, but they had on stage the firemen, on the start of the show, and they were all just haunted looking, and they had Paul Simon sing the boxer while they panned across these people that had been to hell and back, these firefighters. So then at the end of it was also the first show of the season, so they had new cast members. So then at the end of the show. All the new cast members are up with everybody, with the old ones, and they're all hugging. And meanwhile, behind them are still like the guys, the firefighters,
sure,
all with their eyes like they'd seen everything, And then in the forefront, it's like, you were so good at your first show when you played the girl. And these guys behind them are like, I can't even begin to imagine what I imagined seeing yesterday.
Wow.
You played the cashier funny, Jody.
You'll get more than 2 lines next week. People are congratulating Paul Simon on the song.
Well done.
Guys, like yesterday, I dragged out a leg.
Oh.
It was only a leg.
That's your favorite memory.
I wasn't there. It was my favorite memory watching the show.
Oh, God.
We gotta take a break.
All
I'm
right.
not even kidding.
Norm MacDonald, Kevin Farley, Helium Comedy Club
We'll be right
tonight.
back. No. We're not
Oh,
done.
no, we're not done.
There's the
Tomorrow.
boys are staying.
Saturday.
Oh,
Tickets at heliumcomedy.com. We're coming right back.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz. With Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
In the studio with Norm MacDonald and Kevin Farley. They're at Helium Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. Tickets at 888-64-FUNNY or heliumcomedy.com.
How long have you two known each other?
Oh, geez, Normie.
We've known each other since I did a movie called Dirty Work that Kevin Farley was in.
As a movie, I was in that.
I don't remember what you played.
Well, that was a while ago.
That's a funny movie. It's like it became quite a cult hit.
Yeah, there's less money in being a cult figure than you might think. Being a cult figure doesn't pay, unless you're an actual cult leader. That pays a lot.
That pays a ton.
That pays a lot, and you get a lot of ladies.
Movie.
You get, as a matter of fact, you get all the ladies.
Yeah.
If you're a cult leader, people speak against them, and I know they have their negatives, like everybody. But they get all the ladies, every lady in the cult. But the problem is they grow so hungry with power that they end up having sex with the dudes too. Like first, like I'm just having sex with ladies. Hey, you have to watch your wife have sex with me. The guy's like, and then later it's like I got to get more power. Have sex with the guy.
How do you know this?
What?
How do you know this?
He's accusing me of being a cult leader. Like you can't keep that kind of thing quiet. Now listen, if there was let's say a cult leader had a cult, and then maybe he had an accident and he got he accidentally passed on, God forbid, and they had they had they had an opening.
For a new
cult leader.
I guess I'd apply.
Submit your resume at least.
Yeah, I'd go, listen, I can tell you guys what to do and make all your decisions for you. You give me all your money. I will be glad to set up some bunks in a barn and tell you what to do. I don't know what they do. I'd study it up. I'd study up on it.
Sure. Give it your all.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to ask another serious actual question, but I'm perfectly prepared to have it go absolutely anywhere.
Okay.
Did you find, Norm, that there was a real difference between the people on SNL that came from sketch backgrounds and that came from stand-up backgrounds like yours.
Yes, I did. The sketch background, right before I came, I mean, not right before I came, but the cast before the one that I was involved in had John Lovitz and Phil Hartman and Julia Sweeney and what's the girl?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Anyways, they were all Second City guys and stuff. And they were all like actors. They'd do ensemble acting. And then my guys were Spade, Farley,
Adam
Sandler, me. And although Farley was a
Second City
guy, he wasn't like a regular type. He was you only looked at him kind of guy, which was like stand-up. Stand-ups, it's like, we don't want the other guy to look good.
Wasn't that a huge challenge for an ensemble show like SNL?
It was a challenge, but what happened was they were big. We'd play a lot of scenes to camera, like Sandler would do a show directly to camera, or Kevin would, Kevin. Chris would come an update and go right to camera and do his thing, you know what I mean? And it was much stronger because these guys were such strong personalities rather than just like, sort of actors that aren't huge personalities. Like Farley and Sandler were the biggest personalities.
But one thing that came across...
Now there's no giant male masculine personality.
No alpha gorilla.
It just exudes, whatever.
There is in this room.
Amen. But one thing that came across...
Well, it wouldn't exist in this room if Seth Meyers was here right now.
One thing that came across, though, with that cast was that there was a sense that everyone was having a really good time together. Everyone was friends.
Well, Farley always wanted to make everybody laugh.
Right.
Was he a facilitator of that kind of
That
vibe
was
then?
his goal. As a matter of fact, I think his goal mainly was to make Adam Sandler laugh on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And so,
you could see it a lot of times.
He'd go right in your face real close. And
well, there was a Pepper Boy sketch.
Oh yeah, there was that's a great. This guy Jim Downey wrote this sketch. Anyways, they wrote this sketch called Pepper Boy, and it was Sandler and Dana.
Chris?
No, Sandler and Dana.
Oh yeah,
were the Pepper Boys. And they go, more pepper. Would you like more pepper? And so then Chris, if you're not the star of the sketch, you just maybe do a little tiny part.
Yeah. His line was literally.
So Chris had one line. He goes, "I believe I would."
Why yes?
Oh no! Why yes? Why yes, Pepper Boy? That was his line. Why yes, Pepper Boy? So that was his only line the whole sketch. So the Pepper Boy guys went around to all the things, and I think the idea was they would seduce women while they did it. So they went to him, and so anyways, he got from wardrobe Chris a big giant red beard, like this huge red beard, right? And then they come up and they go, "Would you like some pepper?" Some pepper, and he goes, "Why yes, I believe I would, Pepper Boy." And like, so the whole place comes down. Like everyone laughs at that more than anything else, but a mile. And then the writers are like, "What?"
He literally went.
Norm MacDonald and Kevin Farley tonight are appearing at Helium Comedy Club, and I can honestly say I have no idea what the show will be like, but I think it's going to be amazing.
I think I know one thing. You'll be there.
Oh my God!
All 3 nights.
If you want, I don't know that I have a choice. I feel
You're going.
I feel
the cult leader has
cult-like. Yeah, I will be there.
Cult leader is spoken.
Wearing like a high-necked, low Little House on the Prairie dress.
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to go?
Opposite.
Let's give away some tickets.
Yeah, I'm trying to describe a dress a cult-like member would.
Oh, I see. Like a Quaker. You made it sound like a Quaker.
888-733-5105. Would you like to go? We've got some tickets to give away. Give us a call right now. 888-733-5105. If you want to buy tickets, I think there are still some available. You can check online at heliumcomedy.com.
If you want to buy tickets, don't phone.
I just want to go home.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much.
If this were a memoir,
Yeah.
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right, right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? I mean, that's, you're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No, no. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. On your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off. You don't know I'm a secret homosexual, do you?
No, I saw that actually. A deeply, according to you, a deeply closeted homosexual is what you said. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I can't believe you.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me in.
You know your own name, you see it in popular culture used, you know, and Norm is always like, I noticed this ever since I was a kid. When I was very young, there was a show called Peyton Place with Ryan O'Neal as a sexy brother. Norm is, you know, deeply closeted man. Now what else do we have here? Oh, a curling stone. You know what these are made of? I always took them for granite. Last time I take a joke from Martin Short. All right. You're Canadian. You know, this is an incredible thing I read. The curling, which we get excited about every 4 years.
Phenomenal.
That is not a renewable. Do you know what those are made of? The curling stones?
The stones?
I don't really know.
Aren't they goiter?
I've always taken them for granted. Hey, we'll be back with more in a moment. Well, how about them Winter Olympics? They're finally underway, so we've got a lot of great stuff to look forward to in the next 2 weeks, like hockey and, well, just hockey, really. I was watching last night, I saw speed skating, and my goodness, you know, could the outfits they wear be any tighter? Holy Lord. There was an East German woman, I swear, you could see the outline of her entire penis. It was... Oh, my goodness. Well, there's all kinds of sports celebrities in the audience tonight.
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all out.
The Olympic Committee has been dealing with this issue forever. You know, back when I was competing in the 70s, they would, all the women, especially the Soviet women and East German women, had to get saliva tests.
Right.
Yeah, remember that?
I remember they would
wear
their outfits would be so tight sometimes you could see their penis.
Yeah. The Eastern Bloc.
I wasn't looking down there, but I'm glad you were. Yeah.
Norm Normie.
He is very funny, very Jimmy Stewart-like almost in his...
tall, blue eyes.
He's very handsome.
Yeah,
handsome.
and he's got a really nice...
Is he available?
Norm, you have everything. From the outside, you're hilarious. You are a good-looking guy. You're famous. You have beautiful blue eyes. You're Norm MacDonald.
That was an amazing experience watching Russell Brand
and Norm MacDonald, because in my opinion, I think you and I are kind of together on this, two of the most beautiful human beings, comedically, aesthetically, just to look at. Like, you just look at Norm, you kind of can't stop looking at him. Like, people go like, hey, Norm, but like, nah, if you look at Norm MacDonald, if I just showed you a photo of Norm MacDonald, you know who he was. And I'm like, oh, this, you don't remember this guy from the Cary Grant movies? You wouldn't go like, no way, like, he's gorgeous.
No, but girls like me sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're very twinkly and warm and affable, and you've got an innocence about you. People will love that.
I don't work out. I'm a weak man. You know that, Dennis.
Well, listen, you and I were on the Mount Olympus of weakness.
And not just physically.
No, in every way.
In every single way. So I told the guy that, and he said he couldn't do anything except for the physical part. But I don't know if he was the best trainer anyway. He was smoking a butt the whole time.
No, that's not good.
That's just a joke. He was a big guy. And but I told him, I said, look, I don't want be big like you. You know, I don't want veins. I have no use for that in my arms, you know, or abs. I don't want abs. I don't even know quite what they are. All I know is they were invented around the 80s. And I don't even know what you do when you get them. You know what I mean? Because you got to wear a shirt. You know. You just go to work and go, hey, you want to see these things on my belly? Everybody's like, no. But so I told the guy, I said, I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I want to have one hot ass.
Norm, was this, it's a little Paul Newman going on down there, right?
You were
more
handsome,
like,
Norm.
yeah, you were handsome.
Huh?
What the f*** happened? Anyway, no, I did Weekend
Have
Update.
you seen Paul Newman lately?
You do look better.
I know the end is day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all out.
Look at those shoulders. Yeah, strong back. You got a beautiful ass. Yeah. No, I wouldn't mind a piece of that.
I had a look at your Twitter feed. First of all, what do you like about Twitter? Because you're pretty good on it.
I like Twitter because you can just think of stupid things and then immediately force them on people.
What was?
I didn't know you could do a bunch of stupid things. I did because Twitter came out, I guess, a long time ago, and I thought it was people like celebrities going, "Hey, I'm eating an egg over at this restaurant, an egg restaurant or something." You know? That's what I thought it was about. So I said, "Well, that seems stupid." But then my buddy was telling me, "No, you can just write stupid jokes," and and so I do that. And then the fun part is you read the comments and everyone hates you.
Well, what was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one. You know, that's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know?
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. Like, I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know? And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people, you know?
Here's another tweet. You said, "I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me." And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
Academy Awards were on, so I said, oh, fuck, I'll just watch the Academy Awards and I'll tweet all the time, all the way through the Academy Awards. And it was so fucking fun.
You liked it.
Oh, my God. It was like
Were you vicious to the people up there? Did you find the Academy Awards boring?
They were the worst fucking Academy Awards ever.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
And did you write that? Were you honest with the people?
A couple of times, I had a couple of ones that were maybe mean. Like I said, I think I said,
by the time this is starting to drag, by the time the dead guy montage fucking shows up, Kirk Douglas will be in it.
What was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one, you know. That's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know.
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know. And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people, you know.
Here's another tweet. You said, I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me. And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
I don't know what it is with that voice of yours. When I read your tweets, everybody that I talk to also reads them in Norm's voice. And it makes it that much funnier. Everybody started, during the Oscars, we all start tweeting our shit during the Oscars, past Oscars. And one of my buddies, Travis, actually retweeted and said, you got to follow Norm MacDonald. And I'm like, I didn't even know you were on or shit, so I started following you. And they were hilarious. The funny thing, when are you going to thank the computer? Every fucking tweet. When are you going to thank the computer? Just shit like that is stuff that no one else was tweeting. It's out of your mind shit.
I just found out about that Twitter shit.
It's great, and you got so many followers really quickly, and didn't have to pull a Charlie Sheen with it. It was just funny shit, man.
But when you go to hit the send, you fuck for a second. You go wait, because it's just off the top of your head,
and it's right there, yeah. And
I don't do drugs or alcohol, thankfully, because I'm sure guys could really fuck up and say bad things.
They have.
Norm's tweets, some of them are not supposed to be funny. They're profound, poetic.
I deleted a lot of that. Because I'd read my responses, cool. They go, you fucking asshole, you're funny. I'm like, oh.
That's just it. You can't stop being if you're funny and then you got a serious comment. I would tweet some ridiculous shit, but then I'd go Obama gave a speech. Let me give a little feedback on what I believe of Obama. You racist, fucking conservative, fucking rich motherfucker.
Some people too, fucking think it's serious. I tweeted one that I said my something, I don't know. I said my father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go I'm so sorry. Closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke? People are so stupid. That's something this whole thing has opened up, where you're kind of communicating with people you never would talk to or meet, that don't understand what a sense of humor even is. So the responses you get sometimes hey, I was like, hey, God, it's spring, but I'm looking outside and there's still a little snow on my back table. At least you're alive, motherfucker.
That was from a dead guy?
I'm getting tweets from the dead. I guess he had a loved one pass on. Perhaps a father that was brutally murdered a week ago.
I guess to sum it up, everybody's a critic, huh, guys?
Your special should have been called the voice of reason.
This is the Twitter award for Best Hall of Famer. Going real well. At Albert Brooks. I installed the stripper pole outside my house. Haven't caught one yet. Steve Martin to go. OMG, President Lincoln has been shot. Wait, whoa, my internet connection is so low. At Alec Baldwin, how many friggin' times I gotta say it? 27, she's 27, geez. That's your girlfriend? At Ali Yankovic, breaking news, Netflix splits off into a third company called Vernster, where you can rent nothing but Ernest P. Worrell movies for $5 a month. And at NORM MACDONALD, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Norm. I couldn't be with you tonight because I'm on location in Spain, where I'm tweeting in Madrid, Spain. If that's a city that's in Spain, then that's where I am. And but I'd like to thank National Lampoon for the good people there. What did they do? They took a once great franchise and burned it asunder. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me win this award, except there aren't any, because it was just me and a computer. I would like to thank the computer. What else? Let me think. It's pretty cool, you know, how far technology has come. Like you people are probably saying right now, hey, look, Norm has hired an entire film crew in Spain, and now he has filmed himself at great expense and has sent the reels over to the United States, and now, but no, you could not be wronger. I am doing this on a telephone. What make you of that? I know. You're saying, hey, Norm, that cannot be right. A telephone is used for telephoning. People take a telephone and they telephone other people and they say, what time is it there? Where you are with your telephone? Because it's not the same time here. But that is just the sort of Philistine pig ignorance I've come to expect of you animals. The fact is, welcome to the future. That's all I can say. Welcome to the future. And I myself love Twitter. I follow everybody, you know. I follow Shelby Firo, who, you know, who has her amusing, is angst a word? I've heard that word before. And I direct messaged her once. That's a true story. And she direct messaged me back. And it was either her or Chris Hansen. Who knows nowadays? But you can find anybody on Twitter. And I enjoy Eddie Pepitone and his tweets, which look to me to be the longest suicide note in history. But thank you for the award. And God damn, I'm telegenic.
I was at a party with a friend and so I noticed you first. And you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
but Andy's a fantastic guy.
I'm curious about something.
And when I say, you know, I used to make jokes at 12:30 about him being gay, that's absolutely ridiculous. But when we were starting out, I will tell you one story about Andy. This is what happened.
I'm scared.
I was working at Art's
the deli coffee shop.
Deli and coffee shop, bussing tables. So Andy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I got a way to make some money." I said, "What is your way?" He goes, "I'm going to become a male prostitute." Now I said, "Andy, you're not gay. It doesn't make any sense." He goes, "But a guy has to make $1." So I said, "All right, do what you want." You know? So he comes to me the next day and he says, "Hey, I'm buying breakfast." I says, "Why is that?" He says, "I made $450.05 last night." Wow. I said, "What on earth?" He goes, "Yeah, did some tricks there, you know, they call it." So I said to him, "You know, I eat steak and eggs. I eat, you know, expensive." He says, "That's all right. I made $450.05. And I said, "Well, who on earth gave you 5 cents?" He said, "Every one of them."
Good God, you're a horse's ass.
I was concerned. That's simple arithmetic. That's 9,001 dudes.
We'll take a break.
He says he's mature, and I think it's because he's telling my grandfather's jokes.
Let me read you something that was posted on our message boards from someone who claims to be a member of a known pedophile network. It said this: "He doesn't forgive, he does not forget, his group has over 9,000 penises, and they're all raping children."
I was concerned. That's simple arithmetic. That's 9,001 dudes. Lady I saw you with last night.
Rude.
Bit of a hippo. I read about a hippo swallowing a man, and I thought of you. No, you remember Ruth? You remember Ruth? His girlfriend is a wonderful kitchen butt. Remember Ruth?
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth?
Nah, he went out with this big fat hog named Ruth. I listen, it's not sexist in any way. It's not sexist.
No,
The whole family. The whole family.
Ruth's family?
Oh my God! They may as well live in a sty.
Okay.
Because not only, I mean, they were obese, the whole family.
Sure.
But they were filthy. Like they didn't.
Like pigs.
Like pigs, they would eat, and then the food would fall on them. And it always. That's father. I remember, like his gut was way up. And you know the and the skinny arms like a
he would just
pterodactyl.
eat off of his own gut?
All the time. Yeah. And then a big fat Ruth there with this fucking guy. And she'd always sit on his knee. He'd whatever. I don't even want to get into it.
This is when you were drinking heavily.
I mean, it's just rude.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not saying that her. Listen, people have girth issues.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was inherent. I mean, it was just.
Yeah. I mean, I try to be.
Girth issue.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was genes issue. I mean, I don't think she could really help it.
Oh yeah, no, it was all genetic.
Her genes were not flattering.
Her genes caused her to buy a lot of fucking pastry. I'll tell you that. No, but she was a nice lady, you know.
Yeah, really nice lady.
But spiteful.
Really? She
Spiteful?
sounds great.
Yeah. Fat?
She was nice. She was nice, but she was horribly spiteful and horribly obese.
Yeah, she was mostly known for her spite. Like, if you got to know her.
Known.
You have
to be really spiteful to have that beard.
Absolutely. I knew her for 3 months. I didn't even see a fat person anymore.
Just pure spite.
Spite.
That's a compliment to some fat people, though.
I guess.
Had you said that to her, I don't even see fat when I'm around you anymore. I just see spite.
No, she was. One
Well,
time I
she
tried
helped
to.
me through a dark time.
Yeah. One time I tried to drive around her, and I ran out of gas. I don't want to say she was spiteful, but
she could be watching, man.
I don't want to say she was spiteful, but one time she got on the scale and said, "Please, one at a time." I mean, this lady was spiteful.
She was a big girl.
That's spite. Why was she spiteful in that analogy? Getting on the scale.
Well,
the scale was spiteful in that.
Well, that's true.
Maybe it's the scale that was.
One time, she was so spiteful, she was swimming in the ocean. A helicopter fucking radioed down for landing instructions. I mean, she was a little spiteful.
Now it's just a euphemism.
God bless Ruth. God bless Ruth. She was named after the biblical figure Ruth, which covers both of our religions.
Thank you.
The book of Ruth was in the Old Testament.
The book of Ruth? Is that really a book?
You're not familiar with the book of Ruth?
No.
Do you know the book of Ruth?
No, but every time you talk about Ruth, you always refer to the chapter of Jonah.
That's true, yeah.
The whale.
Yeah, that's my little joke. And it's not a whale, it's a big fish.
Jonah?
Yeah, it wasn't really a whale. It was referred to as a big fish, and then people thought
that's less
whale.
Offensive.
I don't even think a whale's a fish, is it, Steve O'Donnell?
It's a mammal.
It's a mammal.
Yeah.
What is a mammal? What's a seal?
It's not mutually exclusive. I mean, you can be a
seal
whale
has to
animal.
breathe air, right?
Yeah.
So it always has to have its
a mammal.
mouth near the ocean. Like, what happens in the ocean?
What happens to us in the ocean?
We drown and die.
That if you do it wrong, if you think you're not a mammal.
But a seal, though, does it just hang around the how does it get up? How do they get up on those buoys?
It's a shimmy.
They're shimmy. They must be just pure muscle, the way Ruth's pure spite.
Yeah.
All right.
Pure blubber.
Okay, you know.
No, what? He's going out with a nice girl now, though.
No, she dumped me.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was your hobby. No, but you fucking animal. No, I'm kidding you, man. I'm kidding you. You're an ordinary guy.